What's up, y'all? It's your boy Vonnie Blanco, Blanco Tarantino TV. I got MPR Riche Rich written. What's up, bro?
What it do, what it is, y'all know what's up. It's the one and only, the GOAT. I'm in the building, MPR Riche Rich, man. If you don't know, you better find out, cause hey, we any and everywhere. We really like that. It's good.
For sure, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself and where you from and, you know what I'm saying, where you grew up at.
Oh yeah, I'm from Detroit. I'm based out of Atlanta. I grew up in Detroit. I also lived in Omaha for a little second and different places like Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, Michigan stuff. But basically I'm from Detroit, and you know, I grew up in the inner city west side and just been working, you know what I'm saying, trying to get to it, making a legacy, trying to get to that dynasty point. You know what's going on.
Yeah, for sure, man. So how I feel like being from Detroit with a whole bunch of artists like Dej Loaf, Eminem, you know, Big Sean, a lot of T Grizzly, all of them.
Man, it's really a blessing, you know, because all of them, they kind of set certain bars and certain platforms and open up certain doors for people like me to come and open up more doors, because at the end of the day, it's going to take certain things to be aware, and we gotta see things to understand that these things are even possible, you know. And they created a narrative to say we could do this as a people, you know what I'm saying, as a culture, as artists, whatever the case is. They set platforms so that we could really shine and get bigger and take it to another level. So I'm just trying to put my sauce to the game and leave my footprint so that it's just the same that they did for somebody else to come piggyback off of and take it even higher.
Yeah, for sure, man. So how's the transition from Detroit to Omaha to Atlanta? Like, how that came for you?
The transition, it was pretty smooth, you know, because the main thing is I came with a vision to the game, and I came with me knowing what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. So it really just showed me like how I can really take things to another level, and the transition was too smooth for me because I came with the vision and I knew what I wanted, and I just stuck to it, you know. You're gonna have some hard days, you're gonna have some good days, you're gonna have some days where you like, this ain't for me. But if you stick to it, and that's what I had to learn, like just stick to what I'm doing, pay attention, learn, you know what I'm saying, stay into it and stay in tune until I get to where I wanna be.
For sure. So by you based in Atlanta right now, have you ever networked with any big artists out there?
Yeah, I can network with all of them. You know what I'm saying? From any and everybody. I tap in with everybody. I'm well known with most of the people that's in the industry, and we got personal relationships and real building relationships that make sense to the culture and to the industry, you know. And I tap in with everybody. It's not nobody who I'm not tapped in with. I mean, we can start naming, but that's a plethora of names, and I think if you know anything about Atlanta, it's a lot of people. So it's just, you know, get in there and fit in and move with the movers and shakers. You know, it's a lot of names and a lot of people that are good people and that have footprints in the music industry. And I mean, I'm tapped in with 90% of them. You know, it's a small percentage that I'm not, and that's just based on the awareness and the connection of who I'm around every day type of situation.
Yeah, speaking of, I seen you went live with Young Thug, so how that came about, man?
Yeah,
like, how the experience come for you?
Going live with Thug, that was a platform, you know, they was pushing a platform and trying to get new artists and see who's moving and shaking in the cities and different things, trying to bring people to a platform, and they happened to go live, and I had jumped on the live, and then they added me in because they was trying to hear where I was coming from, what I had going on. So that's kind of how that got tapped in, and then we started building and doing different things. And like everybody knows that watch or follow me, we was doing a whole concert at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, and that was gonna be big. But unfortunately, their situation happened and they ended up getting locked up. But at the end of the day, it was all a building process, and it's networking at the end of the day, and that's how we kind of built.
Yeah, for sure. You know, speaking of Atlanta still, I know you linked up with Pimpin Ken and HHF.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
Oh yeah, man, Pimpin Ken, that's my guy. Like, that's my guy. And we started a new thing too called Mega Stars, and it's me and 4 other individuals that's under Pimpin Ken, and with Pimpin Ken, we all our own brand. But what Pimpin Ken is doing to the culture, he's creating a sorority or a fraternity with the situation and bringing all entrepreneurs and all business people and all artists and people that's in their own bag as individuals and independents to the table to work with each other and build with each other. And that's kind of ingenious, you know, and anybody that has a footprint like somebody like Pimpin Ken and who he is to the culture, for him to put that to the table and present something like that, I mean, you kind of got to be crazy not to want to work with somebody who's iconic to the situation. And we building, and like me and him on the phone every day, you know what I'm saying now, because we really building and we found a likeness within each other that is like, I inspire him, he inspire me, and we just building, bridging that gap, you know?
Yeah, for sure, man. That's for sure right there, man. So let's get with your music career. Explain the type of music that you know, dish out to the public.
My music is more of a reality rap. I keep stuff more entertained with things that either I went through or things that I'm going through. 90% of it is things that I went through, and it's all about my story, you know. And I went through phases of telling the street side, telling the business side, telling the promotion and marketing side, and now I'm more into the celebration and the living life side, and showing people like the groundwork and how you get here, and really that it takes any and everything, because you're getting it out the mud, and you got to stay persistent and consistent with this stuff in order to get to these heights. And now I'm at the point where I can talk and tell people and let them understand how to celebrate life, you know, because sometimes we get caught up in just the struggle or just that phase of it, because that's our scenario, and that's what our fans is built off of. But now I'm taking it to another fan base, another culture, different situation, and giving people more of an inspiration and motivational type of movement, and letting them celebrate, you know. And that's where you get to live in the moment from. And granny, we made it, you know, that's just how that comes.
Yeah, for sure. So can you tell me your biggest musical influences?
My biggest musical influence gotta be some of the figures like the Jay-Z's, the Master P's, the Diddy's, the DMX's, like all of those type of guys. Even when you get to the Nipsey Hussles and the Young Dolphs, like those type of guys, they represented independence, and they took things to a certain level that when you understand what independence is and how far you can go and what you can really take and own and keep ownership to it, you kind of would be a fool not to understand and pay attention to those type of guys, because they showed us things that is priceless. You know, you can't pay for certain things and certain knowledge that this is like what they give off. You know, it's a certain energy. And when you looking at the game from my perspective, I'm looking to take it to the top. I'm looking to be like those guys and surpass those guys, because they already set the bar. And I know that I can get there, and it's just about me working and understanding how it's all done, you know. And it started from local rappers like the Vezos, the Blade Icewoods, the Eminems, you know what I'm saying? I seen those guys doing certain things from Big Herc and all of those type of guys, and I see that it could be another level, and that's where I'm at, you know. And I'm taking that stand and trying to make that situation and create that same scenario just in my own way, you know. And we got people like Trick that's holding the city down and making sure that things is happening.
Yeah, most def. So if it wasn't for your music career, what would you be doing right now?
That's kind of hard to say, because I really don't know what else I would be doing. It would probably be some entrepreneur stuff, because I'm in the real estate, I'm in the Airbnb and Toroing and like building houses. I'm into all that type of stuff. So that's probably the other thing that I would be doing. And the only reason I say that is because I still do that currently while I'm doing my career. So it's like, that's where I'm at with it. It's more a business, you know, even running the artist development company. That's things that I've done and that I'm doing. So those would be the things that I would be doing if I wasn't pushing the narrative as an artist.
Yeah, most def. So do you got any upcoming projects like, shows, music?
Yeah, no, we definitely got more music coming. We got shows. We're gonna be going to Florida probably next week. We're planning a tour right now, 12 cities. We're gonna be out in LA. We got a whole lot of moves that we working on, and the main thing that I'm pushing right now is living the moment, and that's what the tour and everything gonna be based off of, because this is the single and the situation that I'm pushing, because I understand that you need to stay on something in order for it to go to the heights that I really want it to go. And I told people when I dropped this song that I'm not gonna stop until I'm 5 billion streams plus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just touching 200 million. So I got ways to keep pushing, and I'm gonna keep pushing that narrative until I reach the plateau that I want to reach, and then we're gonna take it to something else. But I know I'm gonna get there, and it's just about how long and how much I stay into this same scenario and pushing it.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So what's the best advice that you've been given?
The best advice that I've been given gotta be stay focused and stay grounded.
Yeah,
keep the humility about my situation, because that's what the people love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can get as big as you want to get, but if you don't got the humility and you don't have the interpersonal connection with people from all genres and all ages, and being able to stay in tune and grounded and with your feet planted, that's what the people want, and if you're not giving them that, then you have a potential of fading away, because it's somebody else giving them that same energy. But everybody don't know how to be humble. Everybody don't know how to be real and be a real person, even though you can have all of the money and all the limelight and success. That's something completely different, and most people don't even understand those factors about a person. So you still got to be able to touch the ground basis.
On me. So let everybody know where to follow you with, and what mixtapes and albums that you got up.
Yeah, y'all can follow me any and everywhere at MPR Riche, RICHE_Rich. I got a mixtape series out called The Mailman, and there's 3 of those tapes out right now. I'm gonna put out another one, because I got some bangers ready to drop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing that right now. Eventually we're gonna work on the album, but I'm just not at that point yet, because I haven't set my bar with my single. And once I do that, then we're gonna get the people what they really want to hear. Just good music, educational music, motivational music, and just straight from the cut. You know what I'm saying? All stuff that's catered to me and my life and my family, and the direction that I'm going with my legacy and my dynasty that I'm building.
Yeah, for sure, man. So one last question. You got anything that you want to say to all the people that's watching this?
Yeah, no, for sure. I would like for everybody and anybody to always know that you should always live in the moment. And by that, I'm not saying live for the moment and act wild and act like it's not a future. I'm saying that to say, you got a past, you got a future, but all of those things gonna be there regardless of what you want or what you think. But a lot of us don't understand how to live in the moment, and that's being able to celebrate and understand the things that you have done and the things that you're gonna do, and be able to bring that to a today's situation, a right now, and feel great for what you've been through and where you're going. Because we get too caught up in either the past, or we get too caught up thinking about the future and forgetting that we in this organic moment right now. And that's what I want the people to really know. Like, stay on your grind, stay on your hustle, stay motivated, stay dedicated, stay wanting something different and changing the scenario or situation that you are currently in for something for the better. You know what I'm saying? Don't crash out. Like, just understand that it's better days. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't always sweet. Everything ain't always good. Everybody ain't always good. But if you know you and you know where you going and you know your direction, stick to it, man. Stay on your grind. Stay on your hustle. It's gonna come. If you put the work in, you gonna get what you looking for.
Facts. And this your boy Vonnie Blanco Tarantino TV. Just wrapped it up with MPR Riche Rich. Stay tuned. And make sure y'all go follow him on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all go check his music out on all digital platforms. We out.
Let's go.